Today, I want to talk about you don't have to be a jerk to be respected, but you don't have to be a doormat, right? You don't have to be either of them. That's not where respect comes from. So I did this in a previous one. There are two false paths to respect, right? I covered it in a previous video. So you've got path number one, which is what? A nice guy, right? The nice guy, he avoids conflict, people pleasing, covert contracts. He suppresses his emotions. He suppresses his himself. He pushes himself down, fits the mold of what other people like. He gets liked by everyone. Everyone likes him in a way, but no one respects him. No one truly connects with him. He's not respected, right? So that's the first path that people take. People try to take, the nice guys take this path and think they're going to get respect. Doesn't work that way. Then you have, well, I said previously, like Dic-tator Bully. In other words, he controls through fear, dominance, or arrogance, right? And he gets what he wants or gets compliance by dominating through these ways, dominating people, stepping over them, pushing them down, ridicule, making fun of them. No one likes this person. He controls everything, right? And he's very arrogant. He has a very big ego. But he gets the things done. He gets everything done. But no one really respects him. There is no real respect. They do it out of fear. And what real respect looks like comes from being grounded, honest, self-respecting. That's everything we're covering in the channel before, right? So grounded is you stop, you breathe, you don't, you deal with your emotions, you don't explode out at everyone, you don't blame other people, you don't throw tantrums, you're not passive aggressive, you're not a slave to your emotions, right? And you're honest. What do you mean by honest? It means like you know what you want and what you agree with, what you don't agree with, and you state it. You say it. Look, I don't agree with this. I'm not going to do that. Or can we try something else? I don't agree with this way that we're doing it. I don't feel it's appropriate, or I don't like that. Whatever it is you feel, you're being honest about it. You're not masking or covering it so that you can just people please or get along to go along kind of thing. And you respect yourself. You have self-respect. You have boundaries, right? Stuff like so that you're worth respecting, right? Once you have your own self-respect and your own boundaries and whatnot, everyone around you will start. Okay, at first it's going to be a bit challenging because they've learned how to treat you, so you're going to have to readjust to that. But once you have self-respect, people around you will start to shift and change their way that they respect you. And if they don't, you cut them off. Simple as that. If they cannot respect the boundaries and cannot go along, you cut them off. You give them warnings and everything, but you cut them off. Right? You're clear on your values, your boundaries. You're clear, and your actions. Right? If you are clear on all that with the boundaries, actions, values, you don't have to dominate, or you don't have to beg people, right? Nice guys beg, definitely. And then obviously you got the bully, he just dominates, and uses fear tactics. So the core traits of a respected man. Again, I've done this before, but he speaks the truth calmly. So I'm going to speed run because it's on the channel. You can check it out. So he speaks the truth calmly. What did I say? That he's grounded. Right? When you ground yourself, you speak calmly. You don't have to yell at people. You don't have to shout. When you have self-respect, you don't have to shout at people, right? You don't have to sugarcoat your words, but you don't have to be completely blunt. There is a proper way to speak to people, right? And you communicate clearly and directly. You directly look at them in their eyes. You look at them in their eyes, and you communicate what you want to do. So try to communicate it in as few words as possible. A little tip there: if you want to try to boost your communication skills, do it in as little words as possible. Try and dense it down. It'll help you become even more clear and direct. Number two, he has boundaries and he holds them. The key word is holds them. So he says no without guilt. He doesn't explain himself to earn approval from anyone, right? You have your boundary. That is your boundary. You hold that boundary. You're not looking for approval. Don't explain yourself to people. That is, if you start explaining yourself to people, you look back to the nice guy traits. He doesn't. Number three, he doesn't chase validation. So he leaves himself. Respect comes from his inner security, inner self, inner world. Right? I believe in the inner world. It comes from your inner world, right? You're not seeking praise. You're not seeking from other people. Your ego is not involved, right? You have an ego. So you have your ego. You acknowledge your ego, but you don't put him in the driver's seat. Put it that way, right? Put him in the back seat, passenger seat, whatever. Like boot. Best place would probably be the boots, but you remove your ego, right? You're not seeking praise. You're not chasing the validation of other people. Doesn't mean you don't want approval from other people in a sense. Like people you respect, you want them to acknowledge you. You want them to notice you, or to how would you say? You want them to acknowledge you, yes. But you don't want to chase the validation. He takes responsibility, number four. He takes responsibility without shame. He owns his mistakes. This one is scary as hell, but he owns his mistakes, cleans them up, and grows. Right? So, say, if you make a mistake at work, you own it. Oh, my bad, guys. I'm sorry. That was my fault. Don't worry. I've got this. I can handle it. I'll fix it. Cleans it up. Right? Handles it. Gets the solution. Even before he says sorry, in my opinion. Quick, get the solution, and then you apologize and then clean up, and you grow from that. You've learned, okay, next time don't do this because this will happen, and then you grow. The more you do this, the more you grow. The more mistakes you make, the more you grow. You learn through mistakes, not like school teaches everyone, or we teach students like mistakes are wrong. Bullshit. Make mistakes. That's the whole point. You learn from it. He leads with purpose. I said this earlier, but he leads with purpose and not ego. Remove the ego. He's mission driven, right? These traits, the core traits of a big man. He's mission driven. He follows his mission. Mission number one. Again, mission is number one. Not status. Not the shiny objects, right? Don't get shiny. All these. No, the mission. Do the mission. Find your mission. And when you do that, when your mission is number one, when you know where you're going, when you're clear on your direction, people trust your direction. People trust your purpose. People trust your word. So a bit of a reflection here. So the time I tried to earn respect through people pleasing would be a few cases. So in my relationship, I would try through food. So I would default to giving it up, what I want to eat, to what my wife would want to eat, to people please, or to earn that respect in a sense. Like, I see, I'm not forcing you to eat this, and it's so nice. I've this is now COVID contract in my head. I've given up what I want so that you can have it. Therefore, you will love me more or respect me more. It doesn't work that way. I've done it in my relationship. I've done it with friendships. I've done it with work colleagues. So these last few years, I've gotten better. I've been working on these things. So, like, before, I would be a slave. This essentially, I would do whatever you said at work. Like, my boss or the head of our department would say, "Do this." Sure. Yes. Yes, sir. You know, I would do it, even if I didn't agree with it, even if it wasn't my responsibility. No matter what, I would do it, even if it again went against what, and therefore, do it. It would just, everything would be yes, 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 yes. And the dominant side, I haven't really done the dominant side. My personality doesn't, because of the nice guy stuff and everything. I'm not really dominant, so I haven't tried to earn respect through dominance. I have through manipulation, people pleasing, covert contracts, but not really dominance. I'm trying to think of an example of dominance. No, I don't have any. I've never tried to dominate people. I'm not that way inclined. Oh, I just can't. Well, yeah. So people pleasing, there is dominance. So, like, if if you try to earn respect through dominance, you can think in your own life. Take a note. So let's close with the challenge. There we go. Here's a challenge. Another challenge. So if you guys want to do it. So what's one place in your life where you've been too nice, too aggressive, or to gain respect? What were those situations? Exactly like I said there. Like, where did you try to earn respect through people pleasing, through the dominance, through COVID contracts? Like, where did you try earn your respect instead of just being upfront, honest, grounded, engaged, right? So, like, and then, like, once you figure that, it's like, how can you step into strength or through integrity this week? Like, go after you've done that, written down where can you step into your real strength with integrity. That's it for this one. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.